What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Smitty from DetroitMansGroup.com, ready to give you my review on the Detroit Lions losing to the Philadelphia Eagles 34-20 in Philadelphia in the snow. Just another crazy game where you could just say same old Lions if you like. Lions had a great opportunity to take care of the Philadelphia Eagles and, be a win or so away from clinching the NFC North Division, but unfortunately, turnovers have come into play yet once again. The Lions are now -8 in the turnover ratio. Now, I understand that, there were going to be some fumbles in a football game like this, but I didn't think that they would all be by the Detroit Lions. Even the Lions got themselves a turnover from Chris Houston, who was played sorry himself. But I have to break this down just a little bit. When it comes to turning the football over and winning football games, you put yourself in a bad position. Meaning that you give the opposing team the football and you put the defense on the field without points scored. Now, granted, the Lions had a 14-0 lead, and that was a bit of a cushion, if you ask me. But, when you look back on it in the first half, if the Lions could have just gotten points or, held on to the football, like I say, I would take 3 points. I understand that you probably wouldn't kick the field goal in that weather, but, go for it on 4th down. See what happens. You got to take play calling out of a game like this because the elements took over so much of the game. Chris Houston, I don't know what he was thinking on the touchdown to Deshaun Jackson, but I keep saying that he probably just took off and went to go get some ice cream. Rasheed Mathis played an excellent game, but I'm not here to give out game balls because if I did give out one, it would be to Jeremy Ross. Once again, putting the Lions in good position to possibly win the football game on special teams. We don't want to talk about special teams. Again, I got to go with another blocked field goal. Now, it was a call whether or not Schwartz should have went for it, after a penalty to continue to go for 2. But as I told everybody on Twitter, this is Chip Kelly you're going up against. He's probably going to wind up going for it, going for 2. There's so much I could say about this game that would make it just redundant about the turnover situation, though, with Joique Bell and, Stafford. It's just, I don't want to point the finger at any one person, but there's enough to go around. Of course, Stafford, he's probably number 1. And then, you can go to Joique Bell and Reggie Bush for the turnovers that have happened over so many games. You can even go to drop passes because, quiet as it's kept, some of the drop passes turn into interceptions. And some of the drop passes just simply stagnate the offense. Again, 3 and outs. They seem to continue. But we look at the defense and giving them 300 yards in the second half. And the way that the Philadelphia Eagles picked up the tempo and took advantage of the Lions, it was ridiculous. But, of course, the Lions offense came on the field and 3 and outs. We were losing the field position battle. We won that early. What happened? Well, the offense couldn't stay on the football field. And the Philadelphia Eagles had big plays. I mentioned big plays earlier in the year, and that's another problem. To me, you can talk about Schwartz if you like, but, his decision-making to me isn't necessarily that big a deal because he puts his team in a position to win and the players have to make a play. Every now and then is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But you know what? I don't know if the team is always mentally prepared because they turn the ball over so much. I have to look at Schwartz as a whole, and I don't like his time management. Some of his calls may be bad, but, a lot of things that happen throughout the football game, you take that call out of it. For example, the Matthew Stafford, just going forward on the goal line. It was a success. But, hey, if he doesn't get it, we don't win. And it's on Stafford. Tip the scale. With Schwartz, it's the same thing. Go for it. Hey, see what you got. Players still got to make a play anyway. If everybody wants to say you put players in the best position to win, well, to be honest with you, we'd probably be taking some of these players out of the game. So, evaluate Schwartz the way you want to. But in closing, the win that came out of the sales, when the referees threw 2 flags on one possession, one on Nick Fairley for roughing the passer, and the second for holding on Ndamukong Suh, when he was clearly not holding. Now, to me, I'm not going to sit here and cry about that and be the reason that the Lions lost the football game, because they lost it on 3 different phases: offense, defense, and special teams. But you know what? During that possession, the tide really changed. The Lions couldn't get off the football field, and that ended everything. Philadelphia's took advantage of it, and they have went and took a lead in the NFC East. And the Lions are still in a dogfight to win the NFC North. This your boy Smitty from DetroitManagement.com, and I'll holler at y'all.